Hello, dear students. Your 10th standard exam is approaching with a new format. And that's why some of you may not be ready. Some of you are preparing yourself very hard. So it is a small attempt from our side, okay, to give you a little confidence how to work out the questions, how to select the objective type of the answers by verification, by knowing the basic understanding of that particular subject. Let's go. We have got around 13 questions from physics. I'm discussing each of them one by one, my dear students. You're fine. Whenever I'm discussing one by one, and each questions, I'll be telling you the answer as well as why that answer is correct. Everything I'll be just telling you, dear students. Okay, right. Let's go to the first question. The safety device used to protect electric appliances. Look at this. It is used to protect electric appliances in a domestic circuit during overloading of the circuit. And you must remember that that is nothing but fuse is the right answer. Now, say this is the question which I put in this manner, correct? But what is the use of fuse? What is fuse? Fuse is nothing but thin wire, all right, thin wire or strip, my dear student, okay, which gets melted, okay, due if at all there is a overloading of the current, melted during the overloading of current, which gets melted during the overloading of the current, and it stops the current, my dear students. Therefore, fuse is a thin wire or a small strip, metallic strip, remember, which will be always melted when there is an overloading of the current, and that's how, or the current is too much, and that's how it protects the electric appliances. So that is the idea. Therefore, when I know this one and this much information, sometimes they'll ask you, okay, which is which wire gets melted and thereby stopping the current and protecting the appliances. A converse question can be asked, and you know that that device is nothing but the fuse there. But still, I would like to tell you what is a voltmeter does. Voltmeter will be measuring the voltage or potential difference across the two terminals. Ammeter is a device which measures the current. Tester is the one which tests the presence of the electric current. Okay, I hope you are clear with this particular concept, my dear students. The following is not used as a fuel in a nuclear reactor. You must understand the answer is nothing but barium. Why barium? Look at that. Uranium, plutonium, as well as thorium. These are nothing but heavy elements, no doubt about it. And all are used as nuclear fuels. Of course, in India, we might use uranium in plenty, okay, for our nuclear reactors across India. But what is barium? Say, I can tell you this. When neutron is bombarded with 92 uranium-235, okay, it is, remember, it is converting into 56 barium-141 plus 36 krypton-92 plus 3 neutrons and energy, dear students. I hope you are getting my point. Okay, this says very clearly, barium is the product during the nuclear fission reaction. It is a product during the nuclear fission reaction, but not a nuclear fuel. So which is a nuclear fuel here? 92 uranium-235 is a nuclear fuel. Barium is a product of nuclear fission reaction. Krypton is a product of nuclear fission reaction. And that's why you must remember that heavy elements only, okay, they're acting as a nuclear fuel. So barium is not the answer. Therefore, you must understand in the periodic table, barium is not. It is a element which is mid-mass, having a mid-mass number, not a very heavy element, no? And that's why it's not used as a nuclear reactor. I hope your things are clear to you and you understand it's in the right manner. Let me move on to the next one. The refractive index of the glass is 1.5 means. Okay. The moment refractive index means, I should understand what is the definition of that. Later, I will be writing, dear students, okay, Ng. What is Ng? Ng is nothing but refractive index of glass. Let us assume that way. 1 minute, I'll just go back to the first question. Okay, Ng is equal to VA, I will tell you what is VA. VA divided by VG. VA divided by VG. What is VA? VA is the velocity of light, okay, velocity of light in air, velocity of light in air. What is VG? VG is the velocity of light in glass. So I can write the formula for refractive index of the glass, that is Ng. Now we know very well what is the value of Ng. Ng value is nothing but 1.5. All right. So refractive index of the glass is 1.5, means what? Your answer is very clear because you know the definition. There is no ambiguity, there is no confusion at all. It is the ratio of speed of light in air to the speed of light in glass, which should be equal to 1.5. So your answer is option number D, my dear students. Okay, right. But same thing they can tell you this way. Okay, what it means, if at all I put the answer in a different manner, answer goes like this one. Velocity of light in air is 1.5 times more than velocity of light in glass. How come? Say, look at this. I can always write, if at all the options are put in a different manner, VA is equal to 1.5 VG. So I can say that speed of light in air is equal to 1.5 times the speed of light in glass. That way also they can put it. Okay, so be aware of it. Okay, therefore, once you know the concept, this concept clearly, then you do not have any other difficulties in answering. Even the options are twisted here. Therefore, it's very clear definition and its meaning one has to understand, right? Okay, dear students, good. Concave lens always produces. Okay. Concave lens always produces. Option D is the right answer. Erect, diminished, and virtual image. Maybe I can take you one of the example, my dear students. Look at the picture I'm drawing right now. Yes. This is the concave lens. Let us take that. All right. As much as possible, better diagram I'm trying to draw with. Okay. This is our optic center. This is the focus. Okay. Let's assume that this is the object. I take up this is the object AB. Right. Now, a ray which is coming from the object, all right, gets diverted because it's a diverge because it is the concave lens, right? And it is diverge. And you know that how it is diverge. It is diverge in this manner. One more ray. Okay, I will show the different color for you so that you can understand in a better manner. One more ray which will be going from the object through the optic center, like this one. Of course, scale would be giving the better picture. Okay. Now see the two refracted rays. Which are the two refracted rays? One is this refracted ray, dear student. Okay, I am extrapolating them backwards and they will be meeting at this spot. And this is nothing but A dash, B dash. Look at this. Is it the diminished image? Yes, dear students. Is it the erect image? Yes. And it's a virtual image because it's formed on the same side of this, formed on the same side of the lens, right? Okay, so we understand it when in a better manner by the picture. There is no way one can create a question which will be difficult for us once you know the diagram like this. But sir, what happens in the case of convex lens? Say convex lens can give you real image, virtual image. It can give you magnified image, it can give you diminished image, right? Okay, it can give you erect image and inverted image also, depending on the position of the object. Therefore, it's your important duty from your side is understand which position gives you what nature of the image. That if you know it, because your teacher has definitely done each position and its corresponding image, and you've written characteristic of that image also. Please know that in the case of convex lens. But concave lens, there is only one single sentence, my dear students. Image produces erect, diminished, and it's always virtual, right? Okay, good. Let's proceed, dear students. Question number 5 for you is this. A doctor prescribes a corrective lens of power minus 0.5 diopter to a person. The focal length of the lens and the type is. Okay. We know very well formula. P is equal to 1 by F. P is equal to 1 by F. This implies, okay, this implies F is equal to 1 by P, where P is nothing but the power. This implies 1 by power is given as, look at this one, minus 0.5 diopter. Good. 0.5 diopter minus sign. Don't forget this. So this will give me the answer as minus 2 meter. Minus 2 meter. Therefore, it is minus 2 meter. And you remember, the moment you understand minus 0.5 diopter, it should be concave in nature. It should be concave in nature. If at all I had got the answer as plus 2 meter, I would have read convex in nature. So my answer is minus 2 meter, and it is a concave lens. So therefore, don't forget about this sign, because sign matters in your answer. Plus sign, if it comes, then always put convex lens there. Okay, if it's negative sign comes, it's a diverging or concave lens. Remember the formula. And second one. Okay, if at all the distance is given, focal length is given in centimeters. Okay, and they ask you the power. Always convert focal length into meters, then get the power by using the formula, whatever I've given to you. Be aware of it. Once again, I would like to caution you, my dear students. If the focal length is given in centimeter, convert that into meter. Then use the formula P is equal to 1 by F, and that will give the answer. No way you will be going wrong in this particular question. The potential difference between the terminals of electric heater is 60 volt. When it draws a current of 4 ampere from the source, the resistance of electric heater coil is. Okay, this is your question number 6 from electricity chapter. This, I think nobody should miss this. Why? Because this question is very simple and direct question, my dear students. Okay, question goes by Ohm's law. I know R is equal to V divided by I. Okay, right. This is what the form of Ohm's law. R is equal to V. V is nothing but 60 volt. I is nothing but 4 ampere. 60 divided by 4 is 15. Okay, right. But the unit is ohm. So you get this answer. Okay, what could be the other alternatives? Other alternatives are, they might give you the value of V and R. They will ask you what is I. Or they might give the value of R and I. They will give us one. They'll ask you the value of the voltage. And therefore, my dear students, clearly you understand, okay, what is asked and what is given, and you should be getting it. Okay, right. So important here is Ohm's law, and any questions are there, any numbers are there. Okay, be careful about the calculations. Okay, should not be missing the calculations, right, dear students. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, SI unit of electric charge. No doubt about it. SI unit of electric charge is coulomb. You're fine. Okay, yeah, this is okay. The unit to express the charge. Okay, in terms of SI units, there, right? So what is joule? Joule can be used for which one? Work, or it can be used for energy, right? Okay. Volt can be used to measure potential difference. Is it right? Potential difference, because we should know other units also, not that only the answer, right? Ampere is used to measure electric current. Ampere is used to measure electric current. Okay, yeah. But my answer is very clear, and I am not having any ambiguity in my answer. That is, coulomb is the right answer. That is the question answer for SI unit of electric charge. How much work is done in moving a charge of 2 coulomb across 2 points having a potential difference 12 volts? Okay. We need to have a formula clearly. That is, V is equal to potential difference, PD, V is equal to W by Q. And once we have this formula, then everything in this problem can be solved. Okay, therefore, my dear students, when you're reading the theory, all this numerical formula, whatever you're getting it now, we should know them well, and we should know when they're asked. Look at the examples given by your teacher. Look at the example given in the textbook, and they should be always helping you to solve the questions. So W is equal to V into Q. What is V? V is the potential difference, 12. What is the charge? Charge is nothing but 2 coulomb. So it is nothing but 12 into 2, 24. But my unit is joule, because it's the work done. So 24 joule is answer. So that will be our option number A is the right answer. Don't miss basic calculations. 12 into 2. Okay, some people are in mistake. That is the anxiety of the exam. 12 into 2, 14, they write. Unfortunately, 14 is the answer is there. We tick that and we assume that is correct here. These are the common errors we do in the exam, not that we do not know multiplication, right? Take care of that, my dear students, because this numerical errors can happen with anybody, okay, however good and intelligent you are. Therefore, concentrate, focus in the question, okay, before you go to the next question, right? Okay, yes, let's go to the next question, dear students, question number 9. Instrument used to measure potential difference across the electric circuit. Okay, We know that the instrument used to measure the potential difference is equal to voltmeter. Voltmeter, right? So I know very well this is the answer. Okay, yeah. What is ammeter measures? You know that ammeter measures electric current, as I already told you, electric current. Okay. Now, voltmeter measures the amount of charge. Voltmeter measures amount of charge. Okay, amount of charge. Okay, passing during electrolytic action. Passing during electrolytic action. Okay, when electrolysis takes place. Suppose say electrolytes breaks down, then the charges are moving from the solution to the solution, and how much is there how much is the charge moving, that you can measure by using voltmeter. Rheostat, where is the resistance, in the circuit. Okay, whenever you want a resistance variation in the circuit, you can use rheostat, and thereby changing the current in the circuit, everything that is in your hand, because rheostat is a device you are using it. But for this question, my dear students, which measures the potential difference, your answer is voltmeter. The frequency of alternating current in India, okay, please know it, which is 50 hertz. But I know some of the students, the moment if I ask you AC, alternating current means 220, they say. Remember clearly, 220 volt is the voltage supply in India. 220 volt is the voltage supply in India. That's not a frequency. If you see, it is 220 volt, 50 hertz, 220 volt, 50 hertz. Therefore, if you buy any device, maybe iron box you buy, mixer you are going to buy, see the box there. They say power supply, that is 220, 50 hertz. That is there, right? Okay, and that you are going to supply, my dear students, clearly there. Okay, right, 50 hertz. But if you ask me in USA, the frequency of AC is 60 hertz. But question is given in India. Remember, in India it is 50 hertz. So this is the answer, my dear students. Yes, good. So you are trying your best to get the right answers. Okay. The phenomenon of electromagnetic induction. The phenomenon of electromagnetic induction, okay, that is option number C, right? Okay. Producing induced current in a coil due to relative motion between the magnet and the coil. You might have done the wonderful experiment, my dear students. We had a coil. Remember, this is nothing but the coil. Okay, the ends of the coil are connected to the galvanometer, is it right? And we are pushing the magnet. Maybe let us take this as the North Pole and South Pole. When I push the magnet into the coil, then you can see that there is a deflection in the galvanometer. Galvanometer is a device which detects very small currents. So I hope you are getting this one. There should be a motion of the magnet. Magnet should move or coil should move. Okay, in that particular situation, there will be an induced current generated, which I can detect by the galvanometer. See here, my dear students, we haven't used a battery. If the battery is used, then current will come automatically. But here we get the current, electric current, which is also called as induced current because of the relative motion, because of the movement of the magnet with respect to the coil. I hope you're clear. Please do not write the other answers. They are not the answers over here, right? Okay. Let me go to this one, magnetic field. Magnetic field is a quantity which has both direction and magnitude. Both direction and magnitude. Look at this. Suppose, say, you have got a magnet. And this particular magnet has got its own field lines. Your teacher might have told you these diagrams. Okay, field lines, plenty. Right, so the field lines are there. All right, they don't intersect, of course. Take care of the diagram. Right, you start from the North Pole. Okay, that's how they go. Okay, now please see. The moment I put an arrow mark, and that's the indication that it has got direction, that has got a direction. Okay, look at this arrow mark at the South Pole. I'm just putting it like this one. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put the arrow marks. If the quantity doesn't have direction, why I should put arrow marks? I'm putting the arrow marks means it has got direction. It has got magnitude also. You might have seen the magnitude of magnetic field is 1 Tesla, 0.5 Tesla. Okay, so like that, Earth's magnetic field is so much Tesla, you have said. Say, you might have heard about MRI machine in the hospital. Okay, it requires very high magnetic field of 2 Tesla, all that is there. Therefore, a magnetic field has got both magnitude as well as the direction. Correct? Relate yourself to the day-to-day life applications, my dear students. You will understand this one very well, right? Okay. We'll be moving on to the last question of ours. The principle of solar cell. The principle of solar cell is light energy is converted into electricity. Light energy is converted into electricity. Light energy is converted into electricity, my dear students here. Okay. Now, which is that here? You must remember clearly, my dear students, light is converted into DC. Light is converted into DC. Okay. That is very important because sometimes they might ask you, light energy, is it converted into alternating current? No. Light energy here is converted into direct current. That is one thing that you have to understand. Extra information I'm giving you. But to answer this one, you don't require that extra information. Light energy is converted into electricity by the principle of solar cell there. So therefore, solar cell is the solar energy is the energy which is available freely, naturally it's available for us, which is having no pollution, you are getting it. And by using the solar cell, I'm converting light energy into electricity. If you get electricity, then you can use a fan, you can get mechanical energy, is it right? You can use anything and everything, every device which can run on the electricity, you can use it. People are looking for, generating electric cars by using the solar panels, all that is there, okay? If you see airport in Cochin, complete electricity for the working of airport in Cochin will be on the solar cells here. That's the next source of energy, my dear students, across the globe, right? So what's the answer here? Light energy is converted into electric energy. I want to make it a little more informative to you. Which electric energy is that? It is direct current, my dear students, not AC there. Okay, right. So, dear students, thank you so much there. Okay, understand the concept. And what I was trying to tell you is nothing but how exactly you have to approach. Because to say a question correct, you should know why the other questions are wrong. Because that is the difficulty in the objective type of the exam. So when I know other questions are wrong, then I'm confident in the exam to say this question is correct, dear students, right? So thank you so much and all the best, dear students.